Okay, so here we are with our line lesson. So maybe you can see the words next to the lines. This is the broken line, and this is the wavy line. You can see zigzag. You can see dotted, crooked. Sometimes that line has some different names. Here is the teeth line, the bumpy line, and of course, the straight line. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to choose 5 of these lines, and I'm going to use a pencil, if I have a pencil, or I might just use a black marker. Maybe you have a black marker, maybe you don't. Use whatever you have in the house. This is going to be very nice if you just do it with pencil and marker, like a black marker, or if you do the colored version, which is this example. So you can use whatever you have in the house. So here's what I'm doing. I'm going to take the lid off my marker, and let's see, what kind of line should I choose? I think that I'm going to start out with a straight line. So I'm going to start on one edge of my paper, and I'm going to make a line all the way across. Now, I'm going to choose a different kind of line for my second line. What would make a nice contrast or different to the straight line, different line? I think I will do a wavy line. I'm just going to cross right over my first line, again going to the edge of the paper. Next, I think I will choose a bumpy line, and maybe I'm going to make this bumpy line a little bit shorter. So I'm just going to do 1, 2, 3 bumps. There we go. There's my bumpy line, so I have 3. Now I need 2 more lines. How about one that I do not have on the chart, which is the loopy line. So I'm going to go loop, de-loop, de-loop, and I'm going to go all the way down and around the paper. And now let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I just need 1 more line. I think I will do zigzag. Here we go. All right, now that I've made my 5 different kinds of lines, I can color them, or I can add patterns on the spaces that I've created. So here's a little space and another little space. Here's a bigger space. I've got a space over here. I think I'll start with this space. Let's see, maybe I'll use a different kind of line, or maybe I'll use a pattern. Do you guys know what a pattern is? So the pattern could be straight and wavy and then zigzag. Straight, wavy, and zigzag. So there we go. I filled that part of the space. Now I think I'm going to come over here, and maybe I'm going to color this tiny space in black. Now you can do this with the plain black marker if you have a black marker, or you can use the colored markers, or you can use a pencil. All of these are going to create different effects. You are the artist, and you can do it your own way depending on what materials you have. So I'm going to move to one that I already started working on, so you can see what it looks like when it's a little bit more finished. Here we go. So you can see on this one I just used pencil, and some parts I shaded in with the pencil. I tried to be really neat. I added some spirals there. Right here I have broken lines. There's the castle or teeth line. Over here I did some patterning in my zigzag. What else could I add? Maybe I could do some little wiggly lines in here. And then maybe I'm just going to take my pencil and shade right over the top of those lines. Be careful and stay inside the space. Try not to go outside of the lines. Okay, it's a little bit hard for me to hold the camera and do this. I would probably put the camera down and work on it a little bit more. So I want to show you one more or two more options, and then you guys can get started, and I hope you have fun. So here is another option, and this is oil pastel. You can see that I made a pattern with the colors. I left a little bit of black space in between them. I think I was using a black paper. As I said, you can use whatever paper you have in your house. Here I worked on the rainbow. Here I made a pattern with red and blue. I tried to use lots of different colors. You can also just use one color. Maybe you just have one color of marker at your house. Let's see. I'm going to use this orange one here. So now I can take the marker and I can just add some extra color wherever I want to fill my space and create my piece of art. Sometimes just adding a little color is really nice. Okay, do you think I'm finished? I don't know, I could do more. Maybe I'm finished though. I think if I had a little bit more time, I would probably color more of the orange. But I want to see what you guys can do. I'm super curious, and I'm going to be adding my email on here. So when you are finished with your art, what we are going to do is we are going to put it up online in an online art gallery. So what that means is you are going to add your work. You're going to take a photo of it, and your parents can send me an email. And this is my email address. I will also have it at the beginning. Okay, so that's cbrooks@lapazschool.com.